Did you hear all that? All right. Sometimes, okay. You hear me, Andy, at that distance? Andy, you hear me? No? Wow. It's not working well.
I heard you way over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just distracted by...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. In 1948, the birth of Israel. As I told you, Israel never reached East Jerusalem. It reached a little beyond what was promised to the Jewish people by the United Nations resolution taken in 1947. But East Jerusalem was not part of it. Israel was in West Jerusalem. We are now in East Jerusalem. This and the Mount of Olives over there to our east remained under Jordan. Actually, Jordan developed very strong feelings about the Temple Mount. They're Muslims. They're Sunni Muslims. They're more moderate in their behavior and they're accepting Israel, but they're still devoted Muslims. The King Abdullah, the grand-grandfather of the current King Abdullah, was killed by a Palestinian here at a Friday prayer in 1951, being accused by the Palestinians without so the king of Jordan was killed there by the gates of Al-Aqsa Mosque. It is King Hussein, his son, the guy who signed the peace with Israel in 1994, that in 1958, when this was still Jordanian side in East Jerusalem under Jordan, replaced the lead dome. If you look at ancient old pictures of this Dome of the Rock, you can see a black dome in the pictures that precede the 1950s. Because the lead that covered this for years threatened to get down the whole structure. And then King Hussein sold a palace in London that belonged to him in order to take the lead and repaint it with gold. So this is gold plated, but still 38 kilos of pure gold create this, which means like 75 pounds of gold.
How much?
75 pounds. 38 kilos, that's like, pound is like roughly half a kilo. So that would be, there would have been a lot of renovation, but basically the structure is here from the year 695 AD, when Abdul ibn Marwan, the son of Marwan, who ruled from Damascus, built this place at a place where formerly was the holy of the Jewish temples. But the place was desolate for over 600 years. The Jews did not have a right to get here, just to pray, but not beyond it, not to put a stone upon a stone. So the new conquerors here, when the Byzantine Christians were pushed out of the Holy Land, built here the mosque and the shrine. Okay, so you understand why Jordan has a very strong attachment to this area. The killing of the king there in 1951. Every time we, Israel, that are the power till today, if you ask the people in Shiloh, they say we don't have the power. We seemingly have the power. But I say we are still the government here. Every time we have a conflict with the Palestinians, the share power with us here, we both go to Jordan. Amman is the mediator between Israel and the Palestinians. Israel was willing to give Jordan back this area. The Jordanians didn't take the West Bank from us, including East Jerusalem, because they didn't want to change the demography. and have many more Palestinians than Jordanians. You ask me, what's the difference? They're both Muslims. But this is where it ends. These are, the Jordanians are called Hashemites. This is the Hashemite dynasty that rules Jordan. And they relate themselves to Muhammad. And they say they were originally nomads in the Arab Peninsula, like him. The Palestinians, as you heard yesterday, was created as a nation only as a response to the Jewish Zionist movement. Before that, no one, including themselves, they never called themselves Palestinians. They called themselves Arabs, not Palestinians. This was created when the conflict between Israel and Palestine started. When did that happen, by the way? 100 years ago. The year 1917, when the British took this land from the Ottomans, from the Turks. The Balfour Declaration in November 1917, speaking of this as Israel, the homeland of the Jews, is only 102 years old, not before that. All right, I'm getting beyond what I was planning to do. Now, what I want to do now is to give you free time to take pictures. Now, walk up here, go to the right side, take pictures of the Dome of the Rock, take pictures towards the Eastern Gate and the Mount of Olives. I will wait for you there in 10 minutes and we will continue walking out of the temple area to the Bethesda pools.
So the only way is to go